What's up, y'all? I am aiming to bring to you guys a monthly portal reading. Um, as I did last month with the two portal reading. And this month we are now in the month of March, and so we are having several three portals, which means it is in our best interest to use the energy of the number three to manifest, and also that the number three's energy is going to be amplified in our day-to-day. So I'm going to be pulling from three different decks for the sake of time. I've already shuffled the cards and prayed over them, and this time I'm just going to be pulling from each of these three decks, one being the Alice in Wonderland deck, because Alice went through a portal to have the experience that she did and learn what she learned before she came back home to herself. And so we'll be pulling a card from the Alice in Wonderland deck. We'll be pulling from the Sacred Spirit Oracle. And also we'll be pulling from Carolyn Mace's archetype cards, because I'm wanting to know what archetype is going to be most prominent, or what archetype should we seek to get more acquainted with and embody as we are experiencing and intentionally manifesting during these three portals. So you have the three portal of March 3rd. You'll be probably getting this video before the next three portal, which will be March 12th, because 1 and 2 equal 3. And then there's another three portal on March 30th, with 3 plus 0 being 3. And so you just want to be mindful and intentional about how you are utilizing and embodying that energy. So without further ado, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get into the message with the Alice in Wonderland cards, and the card that shine bright like a candle. You will make it through this. For many of you, as we are wrapping up winter, this is a dark time for you. This card is represented by the number 36, which breaks down to a 9, which tells me that many of you are going through some hardships because you are wrapping up some cycles in your lives. Nines represent coming to the end, getting closest to the finish line, because in the number sequence of 1 through 9, or 0 through 9, 9 is the end, y'all. 10 actually breaks down to a 1, which is all about a new beginning. And so 9 is the end, and many of you are just on the brink of your breakthrough. So continue to shine bright like a candle, because you are going to make it through this tough season that you've been experiencing. Winter tends to be a tough season for people anyway, especially empaths, because it's darker. It's darker longer. You know, it starts to get dark. I know where I am around 5 o'clock. It's cold, it's dreary. You have all these holidays where you're missing loved ones, and during the winter, you just have to be very intentional about your mental health and your emotional health and protecting your energy. So that may be the case for some of you, but spring is just around the corner. We're literally a few weeks from spring. And so this three portal is bringing in that 3 energy of celebration, of culmination and creativity, of the fruits of your labor. And so you're wanting to hang in there, because as you can see in this card, it's blue and it's kind of dark. And it looks like she's sitting near some water, but you have those glimmers of yellow coming through because the sun is peeping through. It's about to get brighter. Just hang on and continue to invest in your creative gifts. You see here she has a palette that has more than just blue and yellow on the palette. She also has red and green, a little bit of red, and then she has some green. So that's speaking to the heart chakra and needing to tap into the heart chakra, as well as the solar plexus, the throat chakra, and the root chakra. That red dot being the smallest paint on the palette It's symbolizing that that's something you're needing more of. You're needing to tap more into the health of your root chakra and whatever makes you feel safe and secure. So make sure you're drinking your beet juice and eating your red fruits and vegetables and wearing your color red, working with red light, and working with your root crystals like carnelian, and your brown crystals like petrified wood. Work with your black crystals that protect your energy and keep you feeling safe and deeply rooted. Do grounding practices as well, but whatever you do, you want to be intentional about your energy so that you are able to make it on the other side of this cycle and into a new beginning, because you're needing to shine bright like a candle. You're needing to protect your energy and keep your passions lit. So I am going to read the message for Shine Bright Like a Candle, because I'm interested in what Alice and them got to say. So it says, "For it might end, said Alice to herself, in my going out altogether like a candle. I wonder what I should be like then. You are changing, and all about you, everything seems unfamiliar. You are changing so that you may be wondering if you will make it through this change. You may, like Alice, be thinking that if things keep going the way they are, that you could go out like a candle and end altogether. But Alice does not cease to exist simply because she's in an unpredictable situation, and nor will you. You have a bright and glorious light within you that will shine through all the changes in your life, through every opportunity, the perfect decision. It will shine despite the mistakes and hurts you may experience. The brightness within you is eternal and cannot be put out so easily. So despite the times when you fear that darkness lies ahead, know that the guiding light you seek is inside of you. When you receive this card, know that no matter how difficult or strange things seems to be, and no matter how much your life is altering, that you are a bright and shining soul, and you will continue to shine for a long time to come. Yes, you may wonder what will become of you, but do not torture yourself with unnecessary worries or contemplate disasters. It is natural to feel a little anxious and to prepare for the worst, but trust this card. Your soul has a long time yet to shine in this world. It will only, hold on, y'all. It will only grow brighter as your soul continues its marvelous journey through the wonderland of existence. Your divine light is strong. You are radiant, endurance, resilience, making it through a trying time. Hopeful future. Wondering about life and death, contemplating the purpose of your existence, connections with the afterlife. Just today, my homegirl called me, texted me and was telling me about her son telling her about his reincarnation. Y'all, if you are able, tap into your past lives so that you can better understand the journey that you're on now, because it all comes to serve you, whether that's a past life regression or a past life reading. You can contact me for a past life reading. That's something that I've been a skill that I've been working on cultivating, and I actually just did one recently on myself that opened up some doors and helped me to understand some things about my fears and why some things have not come into fruition for me in this lifetime yet, and also gave me some advice on what to do. So you can definitely book a reading with me. But whatever the case, this card is saying you're ending a tough cycle. This is like the Ten of Swords in the tarot, where you've gone through all manner of chaos and trial, but the sun is peeping through the clouds and things are starting to change and look up for you. But hang in there and hold on, because there's a light within you, and you're needing to shine that light to not only bring your vision into fruition, but also to help others to cultivate their vision. So it's so important that you continue to shine your light and continue to push forth and keep the faith, continue to have hope. And as a matter of fact, the image in this card is a variation of, I think it's Picasso. No, not Picasso. I can't think of the name of this artist, but this is a play on that artist's original painting called Starry Nights, because this is also similar to the star card in tarot, that speaks to having optimism, hope, and healing, keeping the faith. Keep the faith, y'all. Hang in there, because this energy is going to bring in that fresh new day energy, that rebirth energy. You've gone through something. I'm seeing 1010 on the counter, because there's a new beginning ahead now that you are ending a cycle. This is your exodus. But you're going to have to hang in there. You're going to have to continue to do the work, and you're going to have to stay faithful and be mindful of the energies you surround yourself with. Because being in this energy means you can't afford to entertain nobody's fuck shit, yo. And I have to just kick it to you just like that. You can't afford anybody's low vibrational energy when you're in this state. Because when you're in this state, you're fragile. When you're in this state, you are, you're in the in-betweenst, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what lies ahead. All you know is you're not trying to go back to where you came from. And therefore, you don't need those energies that would pull you even further back, influencing you on the day-to-day. So keep that in mind. And we're going to pull from the Sacred Spirit cards just to clarify the message coming through. Divine Will. Represented by the number 12, breaking down to a what? 3. So you got that 3 energy showing up in this reading. It's so potent, yo. This the number 36 breaking down to a 9. That's just 3 amplified. This number 12 together, that's 3. Telling you to let go of fear and stay focused on divine will, because you got more of this sunshine light coming through. It is God's divine will for you to be the light, for you to benefit from God's life, for you to be a conduit of God's life. But in order to do that, like my past life reading revealed, you got to let go of that fear. You've got to overcome those fears. And you don't do it just by saying, oh, okay, I don't fear that anymore. No, it requires some work. You have to face your fears. So take some time out from the distractions around you, all of the things that are going on around you that really don't have shit to do with you, the things that you intentionally use to distract yourself from doing your work, and actually do the work to overcome or identify and overcome your fears, because it is God's divine will for you to carry out the vision that you have for your life. It is God's divine will for you to carry out the vision that God has for you, that was planted, the seed that was planted within you before you reincarnated into this lifetime. And that is what this 3 energy is getting us closer to, because 3s are all about alignment. So you better know this 3 energy is going to aggressively push you more into alignment with what it is and where it is that you need to be. So it says, trust the path and let go of fear, accepting that there is a divine plan for every human being. Divine will is the process of our human experience to this unique blueprint. Every culture and religion has a narrative of their creator or personal God and their relationship with the human soul or spirit, that an overall plan exists for the outcome of humanity, and each individual is a concept of this belief. While divine will is the concept that there is a divine universal plan for all of us, it still acknowledges that people have free will and the potential to make choices that lead us down this path. In essence, surrendering to divine will allows you to remove self-blocking patterns and tendencies that lead away from your true divine purpose here on earth. Currently, you're being asked to stop. Stop trying to force a door open. Your resistance will continue to make distance between you and your desired outcome. The overall picture is much bigger than you can see right now. Trust in your unique path, and that you are exactly where you need to be, right here, right now. Surrendering to the universe and to the divine will is removing the internal fight of being in control of every possible situation, issue, and scenario that may or may not eventuate. When you stop and surrender, you can live freely, having a new sense of freedom and letting go of the events or circumstances that you simply cannot control. Everything will always be received in divine timing. Sometimes, when we work so hard at achieving a goal or an outcome, it can be marred by setback after setback. This does not mean you will not receive success. more that you need to adjust and be open to a new approach to receive the outcome or resolution you desire. You may need to acknowledge, however, that the door isn't ready yet, or it is physically not meant to be opened by you. Y'all, if that wasn't calling us out, because some of us are trying to force our will as though it is God's will, and we're trying to open doors we are not meant to open at all, or just not meant to open yet. But whatever the case, divine timing is at play in our lives, and it behooves us to get in alignment with that divine timing and not try to force things to happen. Patience is a virtue, yo, meaning that it is of value to you along this journey to have as much of it as possible. God has a plan for each and every one of us, and it is playing out for each and every one of us, but it is going to go according to God's plan and not our own, not according to what others have planned for us. Everything that is going on within us and around us is divinely guided by the Most High, and we are to get in alignment with what that is. And when you're in the shadow aspect of this energy, you're unwilling to make decisions that you know you're needing to make a decision on. You're at a crossroad and you're standing there stuck and stagnant and still and playing stuck on stupid or dumb about what direction you need to go in, when you know what you need to do, but you're fighting it. Fanaticism. You're being fanatical about something. You're being obsessive about something when you're needing to let go, let God, and have moderation in your life. And you're avoiding responsibility. If you have a responsibility in this lifetime that God has made you a steward of, responsibility ain't nothing but your response to your ability to carry out a charge of stewardship. So if God has made you a steward of something or someone, some idea, some vision, some goal, it's your responsibility to bring it forth. And when you don't, you are operating in your shadow and your lower self. And there is karma attached to that, because you're going to attract low vibrational karmic things to you for operating in that energy. So the crystal to work with in this 3 energy is amethyst. And for angel assistance, you want to call on guardian angel Hasdiel. That's Hasdiel. Known for generosity, tolerance, and community projects. Some of y'all are sitting on your gifts, and this 3 energy is going to push your ass out there on that stage, and you're going to be grateful for it, but you're going to wish that you had done it of your own free will, that God didn't have to push you, didn't have to allow the dominoes to fall or your house of cards to fall in order for you to be pushed out there to carry out your vision. So the affirmation for this energy is, I let go of control and surrender to divine synchronicity. I'm going to put that in the description box for you guys. And also, we're going to wrap up with an archetype to see what energy are you to be in or get acquainted with. Y'all, I'm through. I'm so through. Hold on, my battery low. Okay, y'all. The archetype. Visionary. Because you are to embody your capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, and have a willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. Let me tell you something. This so speaks to your creative gifts and your ability to step up and step out, and your call to be a light worker. So many of you have seeds that God has planted within you, and you know damn well what they are. But you're not stepping out for whatever reason. Because for a lot of you, it's your fear. And it's not even just like fears culminated in this lifetime. It's deep-seated fears. But whatever it is, you are to step into the energy of being a visionary, to bring forth what it is that God is requiring of you. And in this reading, all you got is big throat chakra, solar plexus, and sacral chakra energy, which means you're needing to use your voice. You're needing to cultivate the confidence. You're needing to use your creative gifts. to bring to fruition that which you have been called to bring forth. This energy of this 3 portal is setting you up to amplify your alignment. Y'all do not fight this energy. Do not create that kind of chaos and turmoil in your life trying to fight this energy. Step out on center stage and let God use you. So with that being said, I hope that this message found you well. If it did not find you well, I hope that something was said to leave you well. If you want to dive deeper into this energy for yourself personally or someone you know, feel free to contact me. And with that being said, y'all, peace.